Okay. This is my husband, Mick. Wait, a live pregnancy test.
Starting.
No, stop.
Yes, stop.
Who cares? Who cares?
No, we're restarting.
Why?
No, that's stupid. It was way too much stupidness.
We are stupid.
Nah, there's like a little stupidness and there's like too much stupidness.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jen. I have a 2-year-old toddler named Emmanuella and a 3-month-old named Massimiliano. This is my husband. He travels for work, so he leaves on Monday, comes home on Friday, and then he stays home Saturday, Sunday, and then travels again on Monday. This usually happens 52 weeks out of the year unless he's on vacation. We're gonna get more into detail with that, but on Instagram, I asked you guys if you had any questions about us, our relationship, our house, our kids, whatever, and you did. So I compiled those, I put them on my phone here. We're gonna get through as many as we can, and we will see how long this video will be.
Question number 1. What is your husband's name? Oh, hey, Jen. My name is Michelangelo. People call me Mick. Hello, everybody. My name is Mick. So we have Mick here. Hello.
All right.
Seem to be forgotten.
Glad you made your point.
This is husband. Hello. Welcome.
He's just a moneymaker, let's be honest. So, question number 1. How did we meet?
We met online on a website called Plenty of Fish.
We do not recommend.
No, that was back in the day. That was like...
Before the Tinder days.
Oh, yeah. It was like worse than Tinder. Anyways.
Before Bumble, I think.
Well, Bumble, I think, is after Tinder, so I mean...
After all those apps. We didn't have apps. We had websites.
Yeah. Anyways, so we started talking, went on a date, and here we are, years later.
That's so lame. Okay. How long have we been married? What day did we get married?
June 10, 2017. Bro, don't even start with me.
Okay, so we've been married for 2.5 years, going on our 3rd year. Best question. What is Mick's job?
That's a difficult one.
Don't make it sound too complicated.
Yeah, no. I'm going to make it sound cool, though. I am an implementation consultant for a company that has software, DMS software in the automotive industry. So a dealer management system, DMS, is a way to have all of the database, the entire dealership's information in one place. So I basically go from dealership to dealership all over North America, and I implement this software in the dealerships. So yeah, that's my job. Super cool, super fancy.
All right, this is great. Is Mick looking for a new job so he can be home? It seems unsustainable otherwise.
I mean,
I think
if there's any opportunities that come up, I mean, I'm not gonna, scoff at any opportunity. I mean, life is full of changes and but I mean, level that I'm sort of valued, and I find it difficult to then switch and go somewhere else and, start at the bottom again and work my way up. Now, if there's a great opportunity, sure. I mean, we've, had this discussion many a times, and, if there's something that's reasonable and sustainable for our family here locally, then sure. I mean, there's millions of jobs out there. But, it has to be the right one for our circumstance for me to actually leave something very, very, very good right now, to start with something new. The grass is not always greener on the other side, right? So it really has to be something like spot on.
And I think we should explain how you got into this job and how we came to agree. So Mick was offered this job when we had been dating for, I don't know, a year and a half. About like my 3rd year of my bachelor's. And so at the time, it was perfect because it essentially came down to I was studying all week long anyway, so I couldn't dedicate really that time to our
It came out to Mick
relationship.
never being home and more time for Jen to study and focus on herself and her schooling, which worked out great.
So it worked out great, and then I did my master's directly after my bachelor's, so it kept working really great. And then when we had a family, of course, that dynamic changed, but at the end of the day, we made a commitment for him to do this job, and we made that decision together. It wasn't like something that he had done on his own and I was stuck in it. No, we made this decision together. This is a family decision. Like he said, this is great for him, it's great for our family. Yes, the dynamics can be hard, but at the same time, it's a good paying job. So we can't deny that. And there are some benefits to the job. Like some of you who have been following me know that we went to Disney over the summer. That was due to that job. So there are some benefits. And at the end of the day, it's a decision we made as a family. And I think that's enough about that. All right, next question. Do you have family in the city to help you when hubby is away working? So yes and no. We live in Montreal, it's a big city. I have my mother-in-law who can definitely help me and a few other relatives that would be able to help as well, but they live quite far away from us. So, and because of the traffic in Montreal, it's hard to get back and forth sometimes. So I don't have that help during the week per se in terms of picking up the kids, unless it's an emergency, of course, but for the day-to-day, definitely don't have that anymore. But yes, if there's an emergency, someone could definitely help me out, I'm sure. All right. Do you find there is resentment with your husband being away most of the week? Do you wish you had more me time?
I see where these questions are going.
Okay. Is there resentment?
It'll hurt.
I think on a good day, there is no resentment. On a really, really, really bad day, there is definitely a lot of resentment. So if everything goes smooth and the week is fairly good, we're good to go. I don't have an issue. But when we're hitting like the teething and the fevers and everyone's sick and everyone's cranky and there's meltdowns and everything's chaotic and nothing's working out, yeah, that level of resentment definitely goes up for sure. And then, is there me time? Do I wish I had more? Yeah, of course. But my husband's only home 2 days a week. So I want to spend time with him. I want us to spend time as a family. So if I'm taking a lot of time out of our weekend to go do my own thing, then I can't, it's like a double-edged sword at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think, and we spoke about this. I'm going to be heading back to work, and we said that when I get back on Friday, if I get back at a reasonable time, that Jen can go, do her workouts or whatever she wants to do Friday night. There's a great yoga place, so I don't know if you want to go there. But we had those discussions, right? Because it's important. It's important for her to get away from the kids and let me deal with all the yelling and the screaming. And it's just everybody needs that time, right? Even if you live in the same, you work in the same city and you always live together or whatever the circumstances are, right?
Yeah.
If you're always together, you still need that like separate me time. You can't always be with your partner 24/7. And that's not a bad thing. That's just saying like, I want to go play hockey. Like I need to get out of this house and I need to go and, just do something that I love. And that's going to be the same for her. She's going to go to the gym. She's going to go to, wherever she wants to go. She can go shopping. She can go to the bus stop for all I care and sit there for an hour. As long as she's just taking time to herself and doing whatever she wants to do, that's important in a relationship period.
And I think what's interesting is that when we had Emmanuella, we got into this really good groove where I was going to the gym in the first thing in the morning, Mick was still playing hockey, and everything was just jiving. And then once we moved where we are now, and I was pregnant, and then we had mass. We haven't found that rhythm exactly because we're just changed as a family, and our dynamics have changed, I think. So I think once we
we added another human to our life.
Exactly. So that's changed. But I think...
For sale, by the way.
No, he's good. He's good.
One of them is.
Stop, Meg. Both of them are great. Anyway, so I think over the holidays and this last week, we've been talking a lot about how we can find that rhythm and how we can compromise and how I can have me time, he can have me time, we can have time as a family. So I think as the weeks and the months go by, we're going to find that routine like we had before last year. So I think we'll get there. It's just a matter of finding out what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah. And don't think that, just because I'm on the road all week and I'm not home and all that, like, I don't really do anything.
Of course, you go party.
Oh, yeah.
You're with all the girls.
I had 9 bell to bell, 9 to 9 at work. So I'm pulling, almost 12-hour days, and that's excluding the Monday and the Friday, which is even longer because of all the traveling. I'm doing 12-hour days, and, when I finish at 9 p.m., there ain't much to do, So realistically, I'm just waking up, going to work, coming back. I barely get to go to the gym. I barely get to do anything. Sometimes I don't even eat. So, which is not great, but, it's hard. The week is hard on both of us, so.
Yeah, I think that's important to say because you work really, really hard. He does. Okay. Do either of you have trust issues being apart every week? If so, how do you deal with that?
Oh, we have our, I have a girlfriend per city that I go to.
That's how he meets his needs.
Yeah, and then she has a boyfriend for every time I'm gone. The deal is, though, that he pays the mortgage, or at least half the mortgage.
At the very least.
Makes things.
So we can equal it out.
No. It's probably not going to go in.
That's going to go in there.
They're going to think we're crazy.
We are. Okay. Oh, we're in an open relationship. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so trust issues, I don't know.
You get this question a lot. It's funny.
It's
because,
weird.
Well, it's funny because every time they meet you and you tell them about, oh, my husband's gone, or this is from the beginning. This was this was from the very, very beginning. It was like, oh, well, aren't you concerned that Mick is gone all week? Like, you don't know what he's doing, blah, 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 blah.
What if he's cheating on you, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, whether your partner, husband, whatever, is in the same city or is traveling, if they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat. That's just the end of the day. In my opinion, if they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat either way. Whether you're calling them every 5 minutes, texting them all the time, trying to keep tabs on them. Like, at the end of the day, it comes down to respect. You have to trust each other. That's why in your relationship. If you don't trust each other in your relationship, then you really need to reevaluate what's going on. And we've never had that issue, honestly. I don't have time. I don't have time to worry what he's doing. Like, that's just, I don't know. It's a weird question to me because we don't have that issue, and it's sometimes very foreign to other people.
Yeah, and people say, oh, well, it's very one-sided because Mick is always away and Jen's taking care of the kids and stuff. But you have to remember, when like we said, when I started this job, we were together and we made a decision together, so Jen was in school, in university, home alone all week by herself.
In my own apartment.
So, the question was always directed to her. I was like, oh, well, do you, are you concerned with what Mick is doing on the road? No one ever asked me, hey, Mick, are you concerned what's going on back home? But...
It's because you're cuter than I am, babe.
Well, obviously. But it's the beard. But yeah, so it's just... No, either.
At the end of the day...
For me, it's no.
No, at the end of the day, there's no trust issues. And I think we just don't have time to deal with that. We're very solid and confident in our relationship. We have friends outside of this relationship. We have coworkers outside of this relationship. We just don't have time to deal with that. So, next. How often do you communicate during the week?
Every day. multiple times a day,
Yeah.
even if it's just a call in, say, hey, what's up? How's it going? Okay, bye.
Literally. Sometimes our calls are 2 minutes, and that's what we get in a whole day. Sometimes we talk for an hour. It really depends mostly on these guys upstairs, the kids.
Time zone.
And the time zone too.
Time zone change, right? Well, I'm all the way in the west, and it's 3 hours different than it is here. I'm getting back at 9 o'clock. It's midnight here.
We're not talking.
That's not gonna happen, right?
I'm passed out.
Yeah, I try and give her a call at around like, you know,
like
8:39 or whatever, like, you know, this time here, because that's about the time that the kids are settled and she's sort of relaxing. But then again, right, she's relaxing. It's her time to just like decompress and just, you know, I don't want to bother her and, you know, just, you know, take her TV time away from her, or, you know, reading a book or talking to her friends, or, you know, calling whomever or whatever it is, you know, just, you know, venting about the day. So we check in with each other every single day, multiple times a day. And, you know, if it's happened that we stay on the phone for 2-3 hours, and then it's happened that, you know, the entire day we've gotten no more than 5 minutes in.
Yeah,
you know.
and it's literally, hey, Mick, I don't feel like talking. I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. Like, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Cool.
And that
Love
happened.
you. Good night.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Talk tomorrow morning.
And that happens a lot.
So
But whatever, it works for us, so it's cool.
it's cool.
All right, do you fight? How do you
Never.
resolve it? And who apologizes first?
We never fight. We're the perfect couple.
Of course.
Don't you ever think differently.
So no one needs to apologize.
I mean, I wouldn't say that there's someone that's like more evil than the other in this relationship. But I would say that that I love you so much and that you're the best. What was the question again? No. Yeah, I mean,
and how do you? Yeah, we fight.
What
obviously,
couple doesn't argue?
all the
I mean,
time.
if you
Well,
don't
not all the
argue as a couple, you're probably crazy.
We're hiding something. Let's be honest.
I mean, listen, there's people that, you know, love each other. We're just together for some reason.
I don't know why. How do we resolve it? I think we're pretty good at this. He's very good. He's very good at
going
this.
to bed angry.
He's so good at
I
this.
hate going to bed angry. It's so annoying.
I just don't care.
It's just like, dude, it happened. Like, deal with it. Kiss.
Get over it.
That's it.
Bye.
Get over it. Just to, you know, give the other person just a. Sometimes it's not even I'm sorry. I don't. By the way, the third part of that question. Me, I always apologize first.
90% of the time.
Halo in my head.
Okay.
So, but you know, sometimes it's just as simple as walking over to the person and just giving them a kiss, or, you know, sometimes we look at each other and, you know, get like right up into their face, right up into their bubble, and be like, I love you. And that's it. And that's the sorry. Like, that's the, hey, I screwed up, my bad, give me a kiss, and that's it. I can't stand going to bed angry, because then the next day it's just annoying, and then
it keeps going and going.
What are you angry about again? It's like, oh man, I can't even remember. Like, I don't even want to deal with this. Like, you're starting off 2 days. You went from 1 day being upset or whatever it was, like the last end of the day, to now you're going to be upset for 2 days.
And for us, that ruins a whole weekend, and that's the only time we have. So
Forget it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
No, he's really good. He's really good at A, apologizing first, and B, just ending the fight, like, be done. Maybe half an hour, and then after that, we call it over. For me, I'm a little bit more passive-aggressive.
No.
A little bit more stubborn.
I mean, she has to deal with a lot during the week, right? So there's a lot of pent-up anger and energy, and, you know,
and this is when we can throw in the little resentment.
Stuff that I can't deal with, that she goes through, you know, the entire week. And if I would have to go through it, I'd lose my mind, you know. But, you know, we're not perfect.
And so we fight. All right, what are your pet peeves about one another? Oh my gosh. Love this question.
I have a list.
You trust me
I have a list. I literally, you just said the question. I never even saw these questions.
Cannot.
I'm just running through every single thing in my head.
Guys, I cannot. Oh my gosh, it drives me crazy. First of all, can I start?
Oh yeah, go ahead, because this one's gonna be long.
This guy never answers his text messages. And for all of you guys out there, except his like best hockey guy friends, know what I'm talking about. He never answers his text messages. When we used to date, he used to write me all these emojis, all these nice novels, all these things. Now,
Well, it's before GIFs and stuff.
it's a K with a period.
No, never.
Okay.
I have never written just
Okay.
K.
Okay, no.
I'm not that person. I don't write just K.
But we're getting there, I feel. He doesn't
No.
answer his text messages.
No, I'm just not gonna answer.
He takes 2 hours in the bathroom, if not more sometimes. And if his phone's with him, it's probably worse. And he always locks the door on the bathroom, so if you need to get something, you can never go in and get it because Mr. locks his door, and it's like his own personal time as if no one can enter.
We have three.
But sometimes I need something in that bathroom.
3 bathrooms in this house. 3 of them. 1 on each floor. 3 freaking bathrooms.
Drives me nuts.
I could be downstairs. There's nothing downstairs.
He always leaves.
Hey, what are you doing? You're in the bathroom. I need something. What could you possibly need? What?
There's many things I could need.
Leave me alone.
No, because you're in there forever. You're literally in there forever. Like, I can't.
Jen, men are built differently than women.
I don't
and
care.
every single man that watches this, and there's not going to be many.
You better hope
hopefully
they're on your
more.
side. Hopefully they're on your side then.
Like, subscribe, and love our channels.
I can't.
No. Men.
Make you go in there, you're done, you get out. That's it. That's the end.
Yeah, but it takes us longer to be done. We want to, like, everything needs to be done. We can't just, like, oh, yeah, we dropped off 1 kid. Let's just go and let's just come back later when we have to drop off the other kid. No. All the kids need to go. The school bus is pulled up. All kids off the bus. And it's just...
I can't. I honestly, that's probably the worst one. The one that you take forever in the bathroom is the worst one. He leaves everything on the counter all the time. I clean his kitchen and everything's on the damn counter.
Oh my God, I thought you meant in the bathroom. Oh my God, Jen. I was going to go off right there. Holy moly.
In the kitchen.
Holy moly.
In the kitchen, there's always...
Holy moly.
We also have a filing problem in this relationship.
Okay, you're done.
Okay,
You're
wait.
done. No, you made your piece.
I don't think
You
so.
said 3 things. You're dunsies.
There's more.
You're dunsies.
There's more.
You're done.
You only get 3.
Oh,
I can't wait to hear it. What is it?
the bathroom.
It's not that bad.
What a disaster. Like she just explained, I spend a lot of time in there. A lot. I spend all the time that is required to complete the task at hand.
Get out of here.
It is a disaster in that washroom. Makeup all over the sink.
I'm not even a makeup person.
Oh my God, don't even
I'm
start.
not even a makeup person.
Oh my God. The foundation, the primer, the base, the paint.
I'm not even that much of a makeup person.
She takes her brush and she goes all over her face, and there's just makeup all over the sink, and it's just mind-boggling. Oh, and this is all part of the same because it's a bathroom. I'm smart. I'm logical. You have to think like a man.
Oh, okay. I think like a
Brushes her teeth.
What's wrong with my teeth?
Smell. It hits the side of the sink. Never wipes it off.
That's Emmanuella.
Oh yeah, Emmanuella 6 years ago was doing this too. I bet. 100%. 100%. Just a strip of toothpaste just left right on the side of the, right before the, and then none of this happening, none of the wiping of the sink, water She's like those commercials, you know, the whoosh, and the water, yeah, everywhere. Just
I feel like this is a therapy session.
The straightener, the curler.
You should talk about the hair.
Jen, building up to the hair. This woman has a lot of hair, and she just brushes it, and then just, and the hair just goes all. And all I ask is for a Swiffer, just Swiffer, done. Nope, there's hair everywhere. It's a disaster. It's a disaster.
It's not that bad.
Disaster.
Okay, so that was your bathroom. You have 2 more technically. Is there more? Or am I just that good?
If you're a person that cares about, you know, the stuff that belongs to you, your belongings, the stuff that you spend your hard-earned money and then you purchase, and then it's like, wow, look at this thing that I have. Her car, her asterisk on that one. Her car looks like a disaster.
It's not that bad.
It is a garbage can in there.
It's not.
My standards
are very
just
high.
Don't leave crap.
No.
In the cups, in the cup holders, in the door. There's garbage, just Starbucks mugs just left there, cups, just Starbucks bags, just Tim Hortons boxes with like no Timbits left, just left in the door, just 10, 15 scarves left in the back seat. A disaster. Kids' toys, I get it. Okay, fine.
And
sure.
Cheerios?
Yeah. Hey. But the 16 bags of Cheerios, because you can't just like take it, put it. Oh no. God. If she puts it in her pocket, never comes out of her jacket pocket. We found stuff a year later in her jacket pockets because she decided never to take it out of her jacket.
Are you okay?
I'll send you the list.
Who's the saver and who's the spender? You answer and then I'll answer.
I mean, Jen's the spender, 100%. I'm like both, and it all depends on what. Yeah, like there'll be time. I will lose my mind if we have like 3 of the same thing. Like it's not necessary. Not necessary. But then like I'll save up like a ton of money and then just decide like, oh, that's nice. We'll get this, and we'll get this, and we'll get this.
So.
But my stuff is more necessary than her stuff is.
I think you need to elaborate on that because people are gonna be like, "No, you're not worth more than her." Like,
the stuff that I'm getting for our family is more necessary than
a car.
Than the stuff that you get.
I get toilet paper so you can be in the bathroom for 2 hours.
Give me a break. You get like 3 of the same thing. And you're like, oh yeah, well, it's just because, I want to make sure that we have. Emmanuella needs like 18 of these because, it's necessary.
Like pairs of shoes? Or something? I don't know what you're talking about.
Anything, your scarves. Why don't you go open that thing? You have 50 scarves in there. You haven't worn one in the past like year. You just got like 3 new ones.
But those were gifts. I can't control what people gift me. Anyway, ultimately, I'm definitely the spender. And he really likes to save and is all into saving. But once he finds something he wants to spend money on, there's no questions. He's just going to get it, I think.
I mean...
That's it. Like, I'm getting it. Whereas for me, if I want to get something that's a bigger ticket item...
No.
We'll leave it at that.
We have to have reasons for it.
But you don't have reasons for what you buy half the time. Okay, we're just going to end this here. Do you plan to go back to work after your mat leave? Yes. Because my husband will not let me be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Can you tell us a bit about more your career and how you've been adjusting being off? That was towards me. So basically, I have my master's in social work. I'm a social worker. I work in youth protection.
Hella good one too.
Oh, thanks, babe. And how have I been adjusting being off? So far, it's been good because we had the holidays, so everything's been really fast-paced and we've been doing a lot of things. I'm not sure how it's going to be in the next few months, but I think it'll be okay. I get bored very easily, probably why I started a YouTube channel and I'm YouTubing and doing all this stuff because I can't sit still. It's really hard for me to do that.
Oh, that was number 3, by the way. Just
that I can't sit still?
Oh my God.
I can't.
You want to watch a TV show, you can't because Jen's bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to sit still and to focus. So being home is definitely a challenge. And for my job, I love doing social work because it's always different, it's always changing, it's fast-paced, and that's exactly what I need because working a 9 to 5 at a desk, I would get fired very quick. What are my fitness goals? Just to be healthy. I'll leave it at that. How has adjusting to a newborn and a toddler been?
I thought we were done.
No, there's like 3 more and then we're done.
No, I thought we were done.
What?
With like the midnight feedings and the diapers.
What do you mean you thought we were done?
And then it started all over again.
Honestly, I find it hasn't been that bad.
He's a good kid. He's a lot better than she was. A lot better than she was.
Are we allowed to say that?
Oh yeah, 100%. That's the truth. Always had to be stimulated. She was like, she was non-stop. She was bounce off the walls.
She still is.
Go. Yeah, but now she like,
she can play by herself. She can be more independent.
Let's do what you want, right? But before it was like, play with me this, do this with me, do that with me. It's like, she couldn't just be there in her chair while we made dinner for like 20 minutes. Nope, not gonna happen. She was yelling, screaming, wanted down, and she couldn't walk. She would crawl everywhere, and I'd turn around and she'd be gone. Totally disappears. Like, oh my gosh, where is she? And then she's all of a sudden standing by the table. It's like, whoa, how the heck did that happen? It's like, what?
Yeah.
And now I'm worried about this like waddling penguin kid just walking around the house. I was like, oh my gosh. Baby. She's just, and Mass right now is not old enough. I mean, he's 3 months, so he's not there at that level yet. But I remember even when she was, she was a baby like that, she was always like,
She's very demanding.
You needed to keep her, you needed to play with her, give her a toy, do this, do that, be with her. You couldn't just like plop her in her chair and just be like, oh yeah, you're just gonna, just stare at the world and keep yourself busy. It wasn't like that. It was a lot more like you needed to be on top of her all the time. So he's really good, and she did not sleep her nights at all. He's a little better.
He's doing better.
Yeah. So, but in that regard, it was, it's.
We essentially have not been sleeping for 2 years, so adding a newborn has not changed anything because we never slept.
In the sleep department? No. In the sleep
department. We've never slept anyway. No. And in terms of household managing, I think it's not that hard. Honestly, I just didn't find it very hard adding a second. It's
the always needing to be in your, like...
But that's newborn stage.
Yeah, that's... No, but like, he doesn't walk or crawl or anything, right? So it's needing to have him in your arms.
And then trying to turn into a toddler.
You can't just put him down somewhere and just be like, here, stay here, because, his neck and everything, and you need to make sure like all that's still good. So, we're going to get there.
But did you find it hard? Like, did you find it like a shock?
Not hard, because we've already went through it, but, it was nice the time that it lasted, where Emmanuella was independent enough where she can do her own thing.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to worry about, stimulating her and keeping her busy and, oh, what is she doing? Oh, what's this? It was like, oh yeah, she's doing her own thing, coloring or playing with her toys or, playing with her blocks or whatever it was, where now we always have to make sure that we're on top of this little tiny human thing.
And I think probably the biggest challenge, which I think most families will relate to, is getting out the door. The more people you have, it just seems like... Yeah, we're just about to step out. Yeah, I think we're going to be gone in like 10, 15 minutes. 2 hours later, and we're still not out the door. It's like, oh my God, you have one... Just finally we get everything on her and she just, no, I don't want to wear my jacket anymore. Just starts running around the house, taking off her boots, taking off her jacket. And you just got her dressed and the other one starts crying. Then you have to do a diaper change. Then you have to put the jacket back on. I think that's the hardest part of having multiple members of the family in the house. Do you ever feel like Mick doesn't understand your mom life? No, I think he gets it.
I was home for 8 months, taking care of Emmanuella when she was... it was only after she was like, what, 4 months? Yeah, 4 months when you went back to work the first time.
4 months.
So she was still like 100% dependent on me, right? She wasn't even sitting up on her own.
Well, no. Well, no, 3 months, so she would have been a month later.
She just started turning. Rolling. She just started rolling. She started turning. So, she was just new to keeping her head up. She was bobbling left and right. I went through the teething. I went through the first, solid foods. I went through the crawling, through the walking. Getting out of the
swaddle?
Out of the swaddle. I did all of that. So I know, what it is. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't do it by myself either, right? Though, but I had her and I had also my mom come over and help me whenever I was tripping and losing my mind.
Last question.
Yeah.
The big one.
There we go. What's the big one?
How many kids do we want, and when will we try for the next one?
I mean, I've always said nothing that doesn't fit in a regular sized vehicle. And our family goals, #family goals, I think is 3 kids, 2 dogs.
3 kids.
Yeah. So, and that's squeezing the heck out of a minivan at that point. And we're not a very minivan type family. So it's like, big SUV style. And I don't know if we have the type of money for that yet. But, it's 3 kids. And that's it.
When do we plan on having the 3rd kid?
I don't know. I like this whole 2-2-2 thing.
So essentially we probably start trying once Mas turns 1. According to Mick's desires. For me, the sooner the better, because then we can just get rid of him.
That's nice, but then that just also leaves you with like 2 babies at the same time.
It's okay.
It's tough. I think that's tough. I think that's crazy. Kudos to all the moms who do it. Kudos to all the moms.
Twins.
No, hell no. I told her, twins, triplets, anything more than 1 kid comes out the next time, divorce right away. Done. I don't wanna deal with you. That's done. It's over. You're costing me way too much money. Finish. Done. Dunsies. We're calling it.
I'll have to take one of my boyfriends out of my Rolodex and call them up.
That's good. You're gonna need multiple. You start paying for all those kids. It's craziness. They'll fall off the face of the earth. It's imaginary.
All right, guys. So anyway, basically, we're gonna have 3 kids. If we're blessed with that, that would be amazing. That's our goal as a family. 2 dogs, and we will try probably for the next one in a year from now. If I'm still doing YouTube, then we will definitely put that journey in here.
So the whole experience on YouTube.
Well, thank you for watching our Q&A. I hope that we were able to answer all of your questions, especially those regarding his job and our relationship, traveling, and kids. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe below, hit the thumbs up, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.